Good morning, students.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah. Are you all able to see my white screen?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, good. So let me give you a quick recap on what we did in the last class. Yeah, last class we spoke about triggers. We first saw an analogy of an example of what is a trigger, then what exactly is a trigger in the database, and how a trigger is fired, what causes a trigger to fire. That is, it is the event that causes the trigger to fire. Trigger is always fired automatically or it is executed automatically by the system. So only the user is going to only create a trigger and store it. Execution of the trigger is done by the database automatically. So the user is not involved when the trigger has to be executed. Right. Then we saw what are the benefits of trigger. We saw different types of triggers. We saw what is the syntax, how do we create a trigger, and we took up an a very simple example of how trigger is written and it is executed, and then we also went into SQL and saw a demonstration of how the trigger works. Any doubts so far in what we have done in the last class? So if there are, yeah, there is also a lab program which we will be working on it. There also you have a query on trigger. Okay. So before that, since we have done it yesterday, it will be easy for you to follow when we do the lab class as well. Okay. Today we are going to see one more very important concept in DBMS. Right. Today is 7th. All right, we are going to see what do we mean by views. Okay, views, the first point in this is views are also called as virtual tables. That means they are not physically present, but they are still a table. What is a view in that case? How can we define a view? A view is nothing but it is still it is a single table. Okay, then how is it different then from the other tables that we create? It's a single table, but it is derived from other tables. Okay, that is what is a view or a virtual table. So what is a view? View is also called as virtual table. Okay, both are same only. Either you call it as a view or you call it as a virtual table. Both are same. What is it? It is actually a single table which is derived from other tables. Now, these other tables, I said it is derived from other tables, right? Now, these other tables, these are called as base tables, or you can call them as previously defined views. You can also derive it from a view only, or you can derive it from a table. What is a view? View is nothing but a single table which is derived from other tables. Okay. Now these other tables, they are called as base tables, or it can also be previously defined views. Okay. Now this is the first important thing. Next is view does not exist in physical form. Does not exist in physical form. That is why you consider it as a virtual table. Okay. In contrast to our base tables are existing physically. Okay, these base tables where you can store the records. We have been creating tables, correct? We have been storing the records in them. But in case of a view, in case of a virtual table, it does not exist in the physical form. So you cannot store anything. You cannot store the records. You can only view. You can only view the records. You cannot store anything. Okay. So, but of course, we will go ahead and I will tell you what is it more about view also, right? Till here, any doubts, any confusion? Let me quickly summarize what I did till now. I said views are also called as virtual tables. That's the first thing. So these two are synonyms, views or virtual tables. What is a view? View is nothing but it is a single table which is derived from other tables. Okay. Now these other tables are also called as base tables, or you can also call them as previously defined views. Okay. Next point is what? View does not exist in physical form. That means that it does not exist physically. You cannot it doesn't store anything, any of these records. It's a logical table, or you call it as a virtual table. There is no physical form. Whereas the other tables that we have done so far, they are all physical tables. Okay. Now, when we talk of types of views, there are two different types of views. One is it's a read-only view. That means what? You can only read the data. You can only read the data. No manipulation is allowed. No manipulation is allowed. That is a read-only view. There is also another type of view which is called as updatable view, right? You can still read and you can also update the data. That is updatable view. So there are two types of views: read-only view, where only you can view it, you cannot manipulate anything at all. The second type of view is updatable view, where you can read and you can also update. If I have to quickly put down some differences between a view and table, how can I differentiate between view and table? This is view, this is my table. Very first difference, view is a virtual entity. Okay, view is virtual. That means it is logical. It does not exist in real. Okay, whereas table is a physical entity. Table is a physical entity. Okay. Then view is used, you can only kind of extracting the data from, you can extract the data from different tables. You can extract the data from different tables. Extracting only. But here what is happening? Data is stored. Whereas it doesn't get stored in the virtual table. All right. So view is a virtual entity, table is a physical entity. In view, you can extract the data from different tables. Whereas in case of table, your data is getting stored. Okay. Any questions till now about views? Any questions? Any doubts, any questions on views before we proceed further? Anyone? Any questions, anyone? No doubts? Okay. So let me proceed then. Now, next we move on to, we will see some examples. Before I see the examples, I will show you what is the syntax for creating a view. Okay, let us see the syntax. Let me change the page so that all right. So what is the syntax now? So similar to we have seen. So anything that you have to create is a keyword there. create view. So view is a keyword here. Okay. Then you are going to give a create view name. Okay. As. Now here I am going to write a select statement. Let us say column name 1, column name 2, and so on. You can write any number of columns from table name. Okay. And then you specify their condition. This is the syntax for creating a view. Create view name as you have to give some query here. Select column name 1 from table name where condition. Okay. Now I can make use of when I say from table name. All right. Now here I can just use one single table name, or I can also make use of multiple table names. I will show both the examples for you. All right. Now, why do I make use of this view? We'll come to that. That is where I am moving towards. When I take an example, it will become clear for you. Let me say I have a table EMP. Okay. Now, let us say I have the columns department. I have the employee's name. And then let me take again salary. In the last class, we have taken it. Okay. Now, HR, let's say, is one department. E-name is some A. Salary is 1 minute. There is some noise here. 1 second. Okay. So now here, HR, first department, I have taken some department name. E-name is employee name. And then let us say salary is 24,000. Okay. Next, I will take something. Admin, let us say, I will take B. Then I will take 10,000. Then I will take some department, let's say finance. Okay. C, and then 15,000. Now, this is a table that I already have. Okay. Now, this table can have maybe having several users. Okay. Now, I don't want to grant all the information, grant permission to view all this information to all the users. Some users are interested only in HR department. Some users are interested only in admin department, let us say. Some users are interested only in finance department. So then why should I allow them to view all the data which is there of all the departments in this particular employee table? So what will I do? I will create a view and give access to these users only to view that. Suppose HR fellow will try to view only the HR information. That's enough for him. He need not view everything, is it not? But if he looks into this table, what will happen? He gets information about everybody, every department, which is not required. Again, I have, let us say, a user admin. So let us say he wants only details of admin department. He doesn't want, I need not show him, is it not? So I will create a view from this view. Let us say, I will say create view name. View name, I will give it as VHR. So that means a view on the HR department. As per our syntax, as. Now, select. I will select everything. Department, e-name, salary. Okay. Where? Okay, I should write from EMP. Okay. Where? What is the condition I will give? Department is equal to HR. Now I have created a view. Now, instead of now I'll grant the access to the user of HR only for this view. That means he can view only what is there in HR department. Similarly, I can create a view for admin. I can create a view for finance. Now, simply I can give select star from VHR. Now I can access this like a normal table. So if I do like this, select star from VHR, what will happen? Only this condition will get executed and only those records will be coming. But every time I don't have to give all these things. Once I have created a view with this name, I can use that view to display any of the records or to view any of the records. That's a big advantage of making use of a view. Every time I need not give select department name, salary from the where the department is equal to HR. I need not give like that. So once I have created a view like that, I can simply give a statement like this so that I will get the same result as this. The same result as this particular query, whatever is there. But every time I need not give that. And if I have users, that's one advantage. Second advantage is what? If I have users, as I told you, I have users who want information only about their department. Then what I can do, I can create a view as an admin or as a DBA. I can create a view like this and then give access only to this view for that user. Whoever is the HR user, he will access only the HR table. He will not access everything. That's again an advantage of this. Now here if you observe, we have used only one table. Any query like this you can write and create a view and just go on using that as a table. Now when I say select star from VHR, this acts like a table, is it not? That is why we call it as a virtual table. It doesn't store anything, it will only allow you to view. But this is a view, this is a virtual table. Because I'm using this as a table. Similar to select star from employee table, we are giving, right? Like that, we are giving select star from VHR. VHR is a view here, not a table. Any doubts, anyone? So far, any questions? Something is wrong.
Can we update view
Sorry?
Once we create view, ma'am, is it
I'll
possible?
come to that. I'm still in the very, very initial stage, Banaka. I'll come to that. Okay. Till this point, any doubts, anyone?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Right. So if there are no questions, I'll proceed. Now I have used here just one table. We can also make use of some joins and then write wherein we have we try to combine different tables and then write a query and then use that as a view. So every time when I want to view something from that, I don't have to go on using this join condition and then do that. That is also possible. Let me show you that. I'll show you one more example before we go into that table. Let us say I have let me take another table, employee. Okay. Suppose I have EID, e-name, right? Age, address, salary. Okay. I have something like this. Now, of course, I have some data in this. All right. So these are my data, some data I am having. Like this, I have so many records. Now, I don't want, let us say I want to view only the employee name and age. But I don't want every employee name and age means I should give select name age from employee. Every time I don't want to go on executing that particular query. So what will I do? I will create a view. 1 second. So what can I write here? I will write create view. Okay, I will give it as create view name. So I give it as EMP view as. Okay, here we write the query. Select e-name, comma, each. From, I gave the table name as employee, from employee. That's all. This is my view. Now what will this is what I have created. View is created now. So I can now give Instead of saying select star from employee, I can simply say select star from EMP view. This is possible. So every time I need not give from employee some conditions, all this. I can simply create a view and go on giving like this. Okay, next. Can we update? Can we insert in a view? You can do it. It is possible. You can update a view. You can update you can update a view. You can insert into a view that is possible. That's why I said in the first, during the beginning itself, I told when there are two types of views. One is only readable view. That is, you can't do any modifications or any manipulation is not allowed. The second one is you are able to do a manipulation. What did I say for that? Yeah, updatable view. I said there is read-only view and there is an updatable view. Updatable view means you can do any kind of, you can do some kind of modifications. You can delete, you can update, you can insert, all this you can. But there are certain conditions when you want to update. There are certain conditions when you want to insert on a view. You cannot simply do all that is possible in a table is not possible in a view. It is limited. You can do updations, but in a limited way. You can do insertion, but again, there are certain restrictions. What are they? Let us see. Now, the first, let me take some, I will take updation. So let us say update. I gave this as EMP view. Update EMP view. Okay. Set age is equal to 35, where ename equal to A. Something like this I will give. Update EMP view, set age is equal to 35, where ename is equal to A. This kind of updation is possible. This updation will definitely happen in the view. All right. But what is the conditions for updations? All sorts of updation that we do on a table is not possible in case of view. There are certain limitations. There are certain restrictions. So what are they? The first, let us point out some of the limitations on updating. Okay, the select clause, when you are using the select clause, it should not contain, select clause should not contain the distinct keyword. It should not contain. You cannot use this distinct keyword on a view. Then you are trying to update the view. Right? Then, second point is when you are making, when you are trying to update your view, in that means select clause means when you have created a view and you are trying to update that. I'm saying not when you create a view, not like that. After you have created, when you use that particular view, in that select clause, when you are trying to update or when you are trying to do an updation, you cannot make use of a distinct keyword. Okay, and then select clause, when you are trying to do some updations, it should not contain any kind of summary functions. When I say summary functions, they are nothing but the aggregate functions. Means max, min, sum, average, these kind of functions you cannot use on a view. It is not allowed. Then you cannot make use of any set operations. You cannot make use of any set operation. Set operation, union, intersection, minus, difference, right? Those operations are not allowed on views. You cannot do that. Then you cannot use a order by clause. Order by clause, why do we use? If you want to sort it, correct? We make use of order by descending, ascending is by default, all that. You cannot use that. Right? Then from, and I use this from is there, no? In case of when you are trying to put some queries on the views, when you use this from keyword, there you cannot make use of multiple tables here. It is not allowed. Multiple tables you cannot make use of. You cannot have any kind of subqueries. This is again not allowed. Right? You cannot have any kind of group by function or having clause. That is also not allowed. All this is not allowed when you do an updation. But something like this I have given here. See, update EMP view. That is, this is a view that we have created. At set age is equal to 35, where ename is equal to age. It's perfectly fine. You can do that kind of an operation. But you cannot do all these things. It is not possible to use on a view. Am I clear? Updation?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Any doubts, anyone till here? Any doubts? Any questions? Shall we proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So if there are no questions, let's move ahead. So that's regarding updation, right? You can still delete. For example, I can say delete from employee or some employee view. This is a view, right? So I can say delete from employee view where age is equal to 22. Something like this I can do. This kind of deletion is allowed. Okay, this kind of simple updations are allowed. Now, the next thing is, what about insertion? What about insertion? Can we do insertion? See, when you want to do insertion, if there are any not null columns in your table, okay, if there are any not null columns in your table, all these columns, not null columns in the base table from which you are going to create your view. All the not null columns from the base table, it should be included in the view. It should be included in the view. Okay. Only then you can make use of insertion. All right. Okay, so when you want to do insertion, when you are creating the base table, when you are creating the view from the base table. Now, in the base table, you may have certain columns which are not null, which are having this not null condition. For example, your primary key is anyways a not null. And then you would have explicitly given some columns, you would have checked it for not null. Like for example, I don't want employee name to be null. So you would have given that not null as a condition or as a check there. So whichever columns you have defined as not null in your base table. Okay. When you are creating the view, all such columns should come into the view. All such columns should be in the view. If it is there, then you can make the insertion statement here. You can use the view for inserting. Otherwise, it is not possible to do insertion. That is the limitation on when you want to do a insertion. Am I clear? When I say insertion is possible again, but with a condition. What is the condition? In case of insertion, whenever you are creating a view, all the not null columns of your base table should be included in the view when you are creating the view. That is, if you have included all the not null columns, only then you can make an insertion in the view. Otherwise, it is not possible. Any doubts still here? So, when I say view, we saw a simple, syntax on how to create a view. We have seen one view example that HR, admin, and finance, all that one example. This is the second example that we have seen for creating a view. And then we saw is it whether it is possible to do an updation, insertion, and deletion on a view. Yes, it is possible to do insertion, it is possible to do updation, it is possible to do a deletion on a view. That is why I said there are two types of views. One is the read-only view, the other one is a updatable view. Read only, you can only read, you cannot do any kind of modification. Updatable view means you can do some updations, you can do some manipulations, but certain limitations are there. Okay, so now we have seen you do some kind of an updation like this, where a simple updation, update EMP view, set age is equal to 35, where ename is equal to e. This is a very simple kind of updation or a manipulation that we are doing on the view. Remember, we are doing it on the view. It is possible, but there are certain conditions that you have to follow when you are trying to do an updation. What are the conditions? You cannot make use of the distinct clause. You cannot make use of any aggregate functions when you are querying on the view. You can't use any set operations. You can't use the order by class. You cannot use multiple tables. When you are you can create a view by using multiple tables. I'll show that example. You can create a view by involving multiple tables. But when you are doing or when you are applying, formulating a query using a view, you cannot make use of multiple tables. Okay, you can't have any kind of subqueries, nested queries, inner query, outer query. These is not possible in case of views. You cannot make use of group by and having clause. All this when you are when you are trying to query on a view. Not otherwise. When you create a view, you can put in any query and create a view. That is possible. But these conditions are when you want to work on the view, these are the conditions that are there. Deletion, any kind of a normal deletion is possible like this. Insertion, coming to insertion again, all the not null columns of your base table should be included when you are creating the view. When you are creating the view, all the not null columns of your base table should be included. If you have included like that, then you can make use of the insertion. You can try to insert into the query. Otherwise, it is not possible. Insert into the table, otherwise it is not possible. Now, these are certain conditions on particular while we work on the view. Any questions still here? Any doubts? Okay, if there are no questions, I will move forward. Okay. Now, so far we have seen examples of views wherein we have made use of just one table. That's all. Employee view, something like that. We made use of one table and we try to create a view based on that particular table. Now, suppose you have more than two tables and you are performing a join on them in order to get some result. Okay, that also can be created as a view so that every time I need not go on writing from table A, table B, table C, where this is equal to that and conditions, all these conditions, so many big query I need not write. I can put that whole thing in and create a view and just use that view whenever I want. Okay, so let's see an example for that. Let's take another example. Create view. Okay, I will take the same example that is there in the syllabus. Works on one. This create view works on one. Works on one is the name of the view. All right. Okay. What am I going to put inside this as select F name, L name, project name, hours. Okay, what are the tables that we will have to select? We'll have to access, we have to access employee table, project table, and then I want to use the works on table also because hours is there in works on. Remember, view name is view works on one. We are using works on here. Then what is the condition? Where SSN is equal to something ESSN and P number is equal to project number. Like this. Some query is there like that. So what we are doing? Select F name, L name, P name, hours. Who are the employees working on that particular project for how many hours? That is what we are actually basically trying to find out. Is it not? See, select F name, L name, project name, and hours. Means every employee is working on a project for certain hours. Is it not? Then what are the tables that we have to access to find out this? We have to take from employee because employee contains the F name and L name. We need project table because P name is there in the project table. You need works on also because you have to calculate the number of hours. Then we are giving the primary key, foreign key conditions where we have to check. So we give SSN is equal to ESSN, P number is equal to P number. This whole query, if you are observing this whole query, select statement, you are putting it inside the view called as works on one, and you are creating that particular view. Okay, now so now what does your view one, works on one is our view. If I try to write the schema for this, what does it contain? It will contain F name, L name, P name, hours. This is the schema of your view. Works on table is going to be containing F name, L name, P name, and hours. Right? Now, if I want to, I can simply give a query now saying select star from works on one. Select star from. Okay. Select star from works on one. So this will give me all the details that every time I need not write this whole thing, because the whole query select F name, L name, works on from these tables where SSN is equal to SSN, P number is equal to project number. All these things I have put it inside the view and I have created a view. So I can make use of this view. This will avoid me every time writing so many things I have to keep writing. I can simply write. I can use this whole works on one as a table. I can start accessing this like a table. So that's why I said select star from works on. Similar to our table, we are also using this. So by then you don't have to write everything once again. It becomes easy for us, right? Any doubts? All the new, we have not, if you observe here, we in this view, works on one view, we have not used any new attributes. Okay, so it simply takes the attributes from the tables only. It takes all the attributes from the employee, the attributes from project, it takes the attributes from works on, and so on. We are not specifying any new attribute names for this view. We can also do that. We can specify new attribute names for the view. For example, I don't want this F name, L name, P name, hour. These are all taken from the tables, is it not? Whatever we have mentioned here in select, it has simply taken like that. But so this is a view. So in view also I am getting the same attribute names that are there in the table. Suppose I don't want that to do. I don't want to have the same names. I want to have different names in my, or different attribute names in the view. Then what I can do? How can I write this? How can I try to give a different name? Okay. So let us see another example. Something like this I can write. Create view department information. Okay. Now here I am going to give some different attribute names. These are new names. Okay. Department, number of employees, and then I will give total salary. So create view. I am not simply creating. What is the name of the view? Department info. What are the attributes it is going to hold? It is going to have the attribute department name. It's a new attribute. All these are new attributes. Number of employees, total salary. These are all new attributes. Okay. Now, as select. Now, for each of these attributes, there should be some kind of one-to-one correspondence between what you have given here and what you are going to specify in your select. Otherwise, it will not be able to map it. Select dname. Okay, then it's a number of employees, count of star, sum of salary. Okay, from the tables are department. Okay, this is my query. What do you understand from this, anyone? See, here what we have done, we have created a new view called department info. Department info is the view name. Now, for this view, I don't want to take the same attribute names that are there in the table. I want to give some new attribute names. So I'm giving some new names like department name is a new name, new attribute name, number of employees is a new attribute name, total salary is a new attribute name. Now, if I give here new, these are all new names for the view. That is not sufficient that I simply mention here. When I write my query inside, I should also have a correspondence between this name and that name. So what I have done here, select D name. See, this D name is associated with this. New name for that is department name. Count of star. If I don't give this n number of EMPs, then what will happen in my schema? I will simply get count of star. But I don't want to get count of star, so I have given it as number of employees. Right? So now next I have given sum of salary. So this sum of salary, I want to rename that. So I'm renaming it as total salary. If I don't rename, this part is optional. If I don't give this part, these names will appear in the view. As we have done in this previous case, it will appear like that. So from department comma employee, where D number is equal to D number, group name, group by D name. See, when we create a view, I can use all this. I can use aggregate functions. I can use group by name, group by class. Everything I can use. I can use aggregate functions. All this I can use when I'm creating a view. Only when you are trying to specify queries on the view, only then you have certain conditions. Not here. Okay. So when I say don't use group by and all, while creating the view, you can use anything. All that. The entire query can come in like this, no problem. All right. Now that is how I give some different names for the view. The schema for this view will be what? It will contain department name, number of employees, total salary. This is what your view will contain now. If you had not given these, it will simply contain D name, count of star, sum of salary. Okay. I don't want these to come. That's why I have given new attributes. Any doubts here? Any doubts? So we have given in this example, this is one example, this is another example that we have taken. Okay. Now I can simply give a query something like F name, L name, from works on one. Works on one means what? We are using our view. We have created works on view here. We are using that works on one. Okay, I am using that view where P name is equal to product X, something like this I'm giving. All these kind of queries are all possible. There is nothing wrong in giving. We are only extracting, right? The same query, see, the same query is so simple, this query is. If I have to write without view, what I should do? Every time I have to write all this join, make use of all the, I mean this one, make use of all the tables, join all this where P SSN is equal to ESSN, P number is equal to P number, and where P name is equal to product type. So much I have to write every time. Now, since I have used, since I'm using a view, it is easy for me to write down this particular query. Simply, I'm accessing this works on one as if it is a table, is it not? So it looks like we have taken it from a table, but we have actually created a view and we have taken it from the view. Any doubts? Any doubts, anyone? So like this, I can go on accessing or I can go on giving any some queries onto the view that I have created. Okay. So this is going to avoid me from using all the tables, all the join operations. Every time I have to write some long queries. All this kind of things are avoided. That's a big advantage of making use of a view. Now, as I told you, the differences between view and table is, but in view, what are we doing here? We are extracting. We are not doing anything else. But in a table, you can always store. In a view, you cannot actually do that. View is actually a virtual entity. Table is always a physical entity. Understand that? Any doubts? And one important thing you should understand here is okay. A view is always said to be up to date. It is always up to date. Updated. That is what we mean by saying view is always up to date. Supposed to be up to date whenever we modify the tuples in the base tables on which the view is defined. View also gets automatically updated. That means, suppose here, see what I have done here. I have created a view. I have created the view from where? Department and employee. Now I go back to this department table. I go back to this employee table. I do some insertion there. I do some updation there. That will get reflected in your view also. View will automatically get refreshed. That is why we say view is always said to be up to date. Okay, so if you modify the records, if you modify something in the base table means what? From where you have created the view. If you are going to modify the table, records in the base tables on which the view is defined, then view will automatically get refreshed. View will the changes that you have done in the base tables will be reflected automatically in the view. Okay, so that is done automatically on the view. We don't have to do it. Next, we can also, as we have created a view, we can also drop a view. As we create or as we drop a table, we drop a schema. We can drop trigger also. We can drop trigger name. Yesterday's class, I think I missed out that. So you can drop a trigger. You can drop a view also. So how do I drop a view? Drop view name. So let us say here we have works on one. This is our view name. So I can use this kind of queries where it will get dropped. Any doubts? Any doubts, anyone, about views? No doubts? You are listening or not? No answer for anything. No questions? Right. So if you have no question and lab exercise on triggers and views, probably you all can try on your own, right? Because you all have understood both of these concepts very well. Is it not? I hope all of you are writing your lab records and observation. Any confusion in that? Can I have some answers, please? Should we request you like this to respond to me?
Ma'am, about queries and answer, how to write that, ma'am?
Which one?
Ma'am, queries we will write on the white side of the page, ma'am. Queries and their answer.
Queries on the rule sheet, answer of the query on the unruled sheet. Queries on the ruled side and answer of the queries on the unruled side. ER diagram, schema diagram on the unruled side. Creation, insertion, queries, statements all on the ruled side.
Oh, ma'am, all the tables you also need to write.
Yeah, tables with data you have to write, otherwise how? You have to write the tables with the data.
Okay.
Insertion, don't write insertion statement. Suppose you are inserting 10 records in a table, 10 insertion statements are not required. One insertion statement is enough and you can put down the table with the records. Are you getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't write 10 insertion statements, that's foolishness. All creation statements should be there. For all the tables, one insertion statement per table, and write down the table with the data, and then you start writing the queries. Your answers will be on the left side. Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, for the observation, we have to write in the observation also same thing.
Yeah, observation you have to maintain. I have told you already. You must be noting
ma'am,
down
but-
somewhere, no? Already, whatever.
Yes, ma'am. I have the soft copies and also the ER diagram in a rough. So
Observation copy should be maintained with you all properly. With ER diagram, schema diagram, all that. The same thing should be there in your record also. Right?
Ma'am, in
And
observation copy, I am writing schema diagram, all these things I have written, ma'am, but I haven't written the table and all this, ma'am.
you have to write, no, observation should have your table with data. You have to write observation, how you will write when you are in the college. The same observation should be there with you there, and your record also should be there the way you have written. When you are coming to college, you are supposed to be submitting all that to us, including your assignments. Your assignments also you should have written it properly in a book, which you have scanned and uploaded. So the same thing has to be submitted to us when you are here. Shortly, I think you'll all be called also. We never know. Based on the vaccination status, they may start asking you all to come. And for you all, it's very important. You will be called here because first sem exams are there, no?
Okay.
Yeah. And did you all get my notes on third module along with the question bank?
Yes, ma'am.
The last sheet of the notes is the question bank of that particular module. I hope all of you have received it. So keep writing your record and observation as and when we do our lab. That is how we should be. If you do here, no, when we are here, then don't keep everything pending. And one day we ask you to submit here, and that time your exams will come, some internals will be there. So many things. Don't keep things pending till the last minute. Finish all those work by whenever you are there at home now. It's difficult for you only later if you are not written. From the beginning, I have told you all and kept you all informed about this. What's your attendance, Anaga?
Yes, ma'am.
Abhilash,
Yes, ma'am.
Akhil,
Ma'am.
Akrut,
Yes, ma'am.
Anusha,
Yes, ma'am.
Aravind,
Present, ma'am.
Arifullah,
Yes, ma'am.
Danaka,
Present, ma'am.
Banu,
Yes, ma'am.
Bhargav, Rahmatullah,
Present, ma'am.
Chaitra,
Present, ma'am.
Chandana,
Present, ma'am.
Sharan,
Yes, ma'am.
Darshan,
Present, ma'am.
Diksha,
Present, ma'am.
Darshini, Kishan,
Ma'am,
Harshit.
present, ma'am. 18.
Yeah, Harshit,
Present, ma'am.
Hema,
Present, ma'am.
Uma,
Present, ma'am.
Jayant,
Present, ma'am.
Divya, Kaushik,
Present, ma'am.
Lakshmi, Lavanya,
Ma'am, Divya present, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Manish, Manoj,
Yes, ma'am.
Mohit,
Present, ma'am.
Naval,
Present, ma'am.
Navya,
Present, ma'am.
Nikhil,
Present, ma'am.
Panindra,
Present, ma'am.
Pavan,
Yes, ma'am.
Pooja,
Present, ma'am.
Purnima,
Present, ma'am.
Raman,
Present, ma'am.
Rashmi,
Yes, ma'am.
Rupak,
Yes, ma'am.
Sai Kumar,
Present, ma'am.
Sameer,
Present, ma'am.
Santosh,
Present, ma'am.
Shadab,
Present, ma'am.
Sharan,
Present, ma'am.
Shashank,
Present, ma'am.
Sheetal,
Present, ma'am.
Shivani,
Present, ma'am.
Soumya,
Present, ma'am.
Spurti,
Present, ma'am.
Shnu,
Present, ma'am.
Sugandhini,
Present, ma'am.
Sushma,
Present, ma'am.
Sushmita,
Present, ma'am.
Sushmita Yu,
Present, ma'am.
Ekta,
Present, ma'am.
Tripti,
Present, ma'am.
Varsha Veena.
Present, ma'am.
She's present, ma'am.
Divya is present, Lakshmi is present, Ishan is present, Manish is absent, Bhargav is absent. Right. Any questions, anyone? And thank you all.